Welcome back to WaterparkRanger's Let's Play Wind Waker. This episode we're continuing down through the Savage Labyrinth. This part we've just entered is the Tower of the Gods section, so we're going to be fighting enemies that we fought in the Tower of the Gods dungeon that we went through, like 50 episodes ago. I can't believe it's been so long. So it was just Wizrobes at first, because there were Wizrobes in Tower of the Gods. They were not common. There were also Armos Knights, and of course regular Armos, which we're encountering now. Of course, I just like to fight them from the back because I find it more entertaining. But if you really want to, and I mean, if you have 90 arrows, like 99 arrows, why not? Feel free just to stun them before you go after them. But still, we haven't encountered anything dangerous. Nothing but small fry. Actually, I'm starting to think that maybe, the plural of small fry is small fry, like without the I-E-S. I know it sounds strange, but now I've seen that so many times. I always thought it would be fries. Like, usually if you're getting like something fast food, you don't ask for a burger and fry. You ask for a burger and fries, but that's just me. But yeah, that's just an expression that's been bothering me lately. For all the times I've heard it. Oh no, these things, yellow choo-choos. Now that I think about it, it is actually pretty clever that they've hidden them in the pots, because if you just swing through sort of those pots, you're going to get shot. The Skull Hammer, though, is great for dealing with groups of choo-choos. Not necessarily for direct hits, but because if you hit the Skull Hammer in their immediate radius, as long as they're not hopping, and that means they have to be lodged on the ground, then they'll all be stunned long enough for you to basically take them all out. And of course, Bubbles, although it's easier to go after them with a Deca Leaf to extinguish them, can simply be hit with your sword. Though I'm not sure the same can be said for the blue variety, though we shouldn't encounter any at this point, because this is just Tower of the Gods. And of course, green Bokoblins didn't appear in it either, but there we go, it's just... Oh, come on, seriously? I didn't want to get hit too much in this dungeon. Oh well. Oh, that could be nasty. Let's... Yeah, I love that move. So, as I was saying before we got hit, I guess those Bokoblins was just this dungeon, or cave, trying to annoy me by throwing off the patterns that I've been trying so hard to monitor and keep track of every single one. Because I'm a real sucker for patterns and trying to find stuff in patterns. I guess kind of like numerology, but without all the effort. I guess that's kind of what got me into Homestuck, but whatever. So already we're getting combinations? Wow, this might be the fastest one yet. Wow. Or maybe I've just forgotten how quickly this the Savage Labyrinth goes by. For 54s, it's really quick. The Cave of Ordeals in Twilight Princess, though, if I was to attempt that even now, even with all my great items on my file that I've had complete for a long time, I still have my original file from the game, which is strange. Usually my original files from games don't last very long, because I find it hard to start on any file other than the first. But I still have my original Twilight Princess file, where I named Link A1 sauce. I didn't even like A1 steak sauce back then. I only did it because it was in some video on Newgrounds that I watched. Wow. Reflecting on all these old things that I used to do. Newgrounds, haven't checked that site out in a long time. Wow. Hey, we might actually be on the last floor of the Tower of the Gods thing. Oh yeah, we got 1 silver and 1 gold. One is silver and the other is gold. Well, his armor's more white, but what you gonna do? And I guess this is more yellow, because I guess Ganon can't really afford really expensive metals for the armor. Besides, gold isn't supposed to be that strong. I know that's one thing that people have mentioned a lot before in RPGs, that like gold armor or gold swords shouldn't necessarily mean stronger, but they usually do. Whoa, okay, nasty! Oh man, we deserved that. We put ourselves in a bad situation. And they have shields too. Believe it or not, that little shield makes a big difference in the Dark Knight. Whoa, I didn't kill you yet? Screw you, man. You should have died by now. That'll learn you. Stupid Dark Nuts. Oh, wow. Dark Nuts, though, they are much harder in the other Zelda games that I've seen them in. And I've only really seen Dark Nuts in the original Legend of Zelda. People usually mistake other knights in the series for Dark Nuts. Especially Twilight Princess, but those are not Dark Nuts, those are Iron Knights. In an Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask, those big armored foes are called Iron Knuckles. Now, there's a distinct difference between at least Iron Knuckles and Dark Nuts. Not so much between Iron Knights and Dark Nuts. It's really tough to tell the difference between all of them. Though I believe in Twilight Princess, there is at least one that's called the Dark Nut. I think that's the mini-boss of the Temple of Time. But what am I saying? We should be talking about important things that are happening now. Like us finally getting the Triforce chart from this place. As I said, there was a Triforce chart hidden down here in the Savage Labyrinth. And I also mentioned that it was not the only thing here. Now, you see that escape beam? Sure, you could escape on it, but take one of the other light beams, use your mirror shield, and reflect it onto the statue from the Earth Temple that just happens to be here, and you find another floor to go down. Yeah, they couldn't have put any other statue that had to be defeated with the light. Oh no! Redeads. Yeah, I was about to say. I can't get off topic when we're getting scared by Redeads. Too dangerous, too dangerous. Use a light link! Thank you. So, these aren't so bad if you get the light on them. Though, it can be dangerous, because unlike the other Zelda games with Redeads, like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, just because you defeat one doesn't mean the others will ignore you. In Wind Waker, they still go after you. Also, that one over there is just a little bit too far away for comfort. We might have to go after that last one with the Skull Hammer. I don't like these things! Hey, you should be stunned! Why are you not stunned? Please, 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 just stop. Let us kill you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was dangerous. Link just gets stunned for so long. It's so annoying. Like, I feel like he gets stunned for even longer in this game than he does in the others. But maybe I feel that way about every Redead. At least my Skull Hammer strategy usually works. As long as it connects. If it doesn't, then you're screwed. But if it connects, you're good to go. And it usually does. If you measure the distance correctly between where you can, how far you can jump, how they'll move closer to you, and the distance at which they will try to stun you. A lot of stuff to calculate. And then it looks incredibly simple. Most things are like that, really. Physics is like that. Oh man. Like I'm saying, don't think we can go after these things with our sword. I don't think that will be enough. So the hookshot just draws them out of their flame really quickly. Ice arrows, of course, I think they worked also to extinguish them. But why not kill them? Come on. Extinguishing is not good enough these days. Especially when it's blue bubbles. I hate blue bubbles. It's a good thing they're so infrequent. Like, we're only gonna, I think, encounter them one more time before this is over. It's gonna be on another floor of the Savage Labyrinth. But honestly, they could have been a lot more evil with blue bubbles, like, for the ability that blue bubbles have. And I'm just drawing these closer to the light so I can stun them more easily. Because the hookshot does draw them in, it just doesn't stun them. But yeah, the thing about blue bubbles is their item and weapon immobilizing technique could be so annoying if they were in conjunction with more enemies. But we will continue onwards through the Savage Labyrinth next episode. See you then.